they would make designs to hang around the living room, and they would make things out of their innards and body parts. They lived alone. They kept most of their time to themselves, and they were always alone in the dark. One day they decided to slink on over to another place. Just for a little while, one day they decided they wanted to get away to get some enjoyment out of life. So they decided to go on a picnic outing. So the sun was shining bright. They went and got some stomach intestines and hearts and bowels and insides of bodies, long and stringy and shiny, and took them with them on the picnic. Even though the day it looked like a good time, but they were leery and jealous of the other 5 persons they invited. So they got to the picnic grounds and got out a lot of food they brought. They started eating and drinking and talking and laughing and telling jokes and talking real loud, then having a big outing picnic. And then they were suspicious of each other. They were non-trusting of each other, and they started looking non-trustingly at the other people of some kind of family. The suspiciously and non-trusting and jealously, they suspiciously and non-trusting and jealously didn't like the idea of the other people of some sort of family having innards with them too. So they started raising their voice to each other and saying they didn't want to eat their food with them. So they started shouting at each other, and they started screaming at each other, and then they started threatening each other, and then they started pushing the person next to them and each other. They started fighting and shoving and tearing and scratching and ripping each other and taking each other's food and throwing it on the ground of the picnic area. They ripped up each other's picnic basket. So they killed each other of this sort of family, and intestines and stomachs and insides and innards lay garbaged litter, heavily messed up, thrown around, strewn around the torn up picnic ground yard.